You're probably looking at this hoodie and cap and thinking, is this really what executive presence looks like in 2026? Well, the answer is yes, because I can generate a polished avatar in a three-piece suit in less than a second. The suit has become a commodity. It is theatre, and I'm not dressed for the theatre today. I'm dressed for the architecture. I'm dressed for creating this video so you can understand more about how to stay one step ahead. The MIT Technology Review that I read just confirmed in November, December that intelligence is still smarter than AI. AI predicts the next word. Humans predict the next impact. And if you don't architect your story using that raw, tactile human intelligence, the algorithms will replace you with a generic version of yourself. And you really are at their mercy. Being found on the internet is easy. Being trusted is the architecture. Here is the maths. 75% of executive boards are now required to research you online before an interview. 70% of high-level candidates have been rejected based solely on what the algorithms found in their digital footprint, whether it's a picture of them on Facebook drunk, whether it's some sort of rude comment that they posted, whether it's some sort of bad attitude that they showed when they're having a bad day. You have to be very, very careful these days, especially in certain countries, but I'm not going into that now. When you stop sounding like an AI prompt and start sounding like a leader, the numbers shift. Human-led brands get 561% further reach than corporate brands and 8 times more engagement. And leads convert 7 times more frequently through a personal channel than a corporate one. So your executive presence needs to be really, really crisp. And this isn't you going to the marketing department and asking them to give you some corporate propaganda to spout. This is you being authentically you. No one else can be you. Yeah, you can replicate, you can copy, you can use AI prompts, and you can use all these things. But you need to create fundamental you first, your authentic self, not fake. And let me just tell you a bit of a story. So I'm really proud of this person. I'm not going to mention his name, but we worked together about, I would say 3 years ago. And after 60 to 90 days, he managed to get a job with KPMG. He's in a wheelchair. He uses a one-handed keyboard and he's a hacker. And I am so proud that he managed to do that. And we worked together to create his brand. And it just makes me so happy to think about that. And most people would try to hide that they were a one-handed keyboard wielding hacker. They would try to hide that they were in a wheelchair. We didn't. We architected it into a story of extreme technical focus and resilience. And like I said, within a few months, he landed a role at KPMG. So think about that. The power of reframing a limitation into identity equity. It's very exciting. So contrast that. This is a warning. Contrast that with a guy I knew in marketing and PR. A true veteran, actually, in the space, a real expert. He was teetering on the edge of building his brand. We talked about it, but he got busy and he didn't finalize the architecture. Today, his 30 years of wisdom are invisible to the algorithms. He's a ghost in the machine. Don't let your experience become a ghost. Unfortunately, he had to take a job that was lower than his normal pay grade. And there was someone else that I worked with, also in a very large tech corporation. Really proud of what she's achieved. She had the same problem. She was let go by the company after being there for many years, and she actually managed to do the work, create her brand that she used on her LinkedIn and also within her resume and CV. She managed to get a job, equal pay grade, I would imagine, maybe more, same responsibilities, if not more. So this shows you that whilst people might be not in control of their brands, that they need to just take the time, take the effort to think about what they're actually doing. And I don't do mass market automation when it comes to these sorts of things. I do high fidelity architecture because of the intensity of the work. I've opened exactly 11 seats for a workshop that I am delivering. It isn't just a group exercise. Everyone who secures a seat gets a 1 hour one-on-one time slot with me afterwards. We sit down and calibrate your specific brand to ensure your intelligence. The thing MIT says is still smarter than AI. It's the first thing people see. So if you're ready to move from being a generic commodity to an executive asset, secure one of the 11 seats now. I will drop a link below this video. You might be listening to this and thinking, well, I'm only starting out in my career. Well, how do you think that the wheelchair-bound, one-handed keyboard hacker got a job with KPMG? How do you think that one of my other mentees actually managed to get a job managing cybersecurity for a large bank and triple her salary? They did it because their personal brands enabled them to do it. And it is something that when you get it right, it just fills you with such joy. It helps with coaching. If you are being coached and you have a coach, or you are a coach, I'd love to talk to you because some of your clients may need personal branding and executive presence coaching, and I can assist you in order to do that. And it boosts their confidence. People who have worked on their executive presence and created their blueprint are much more confident. And this is something that personal branding, it takes a little while for it to sink in once you've done it, and it just becomes so enjoyable. And if you're listening to this and you don't want personal branding, I'd be very surprised you're still around. So thank you very much, and do drop me an email if there's anything you'd like to talk about. If you want to be on the podcast as well, I'd love to hear from you, and peace out.
Thanks very much for listening to Influential Visions. Please make sure you share this episode with your friends and business connections. And don't forget to drop us a review wherever you listen. Thanks.